Hello everybody out there in YouTube land. I want to give a shout out this YouTube Tuesday to all the sheephead fishermen out there. Just general sheephead fishing. I never knew how difficult it was until this year. I've been trying desperately to be a better sheephead fishing person, and let me show what I've learned so far. Just some brief overviews. Hopefully next time I'll have some video of me actually catching them, working on that. But here's some things I've learned, and I want to give credit to people who've helped me. Number one, Denny Ransom from Fish Float Adventures. These clips have been a lifesaver for flathead catfish and sheephead. You can clip off to a seawall or a pylon or anything, and then clip off to your kayak, and it'll hold you in place in the current so you can fish right behind those pylons. Supposedly where the sheephead live. I'm doing the best I can. Haven't done so well yet. A lot of black drum though. No sheepies yet. Well, a few, but nothing big. So that's number one. Big clips are huge. Work great. Flathead fishing and sheephead fishing. So you may want to try those. Number two, scraper. Scraping the barnacle off the pylons really seemed to help the black drum. I did catch some smaller sheephead after I'd used this to scrape them off. So I'm assuming that helped with that too. Nothing big yet, but we're trying. So big shout out to James Nichols, who told me to use one of my painter scrapers to get the barnacles off. I think I over-chummed them. Don't do that. Once you feed them really well, they're not as likely to bite your little fiddler crab. Oh, and back to fiddler crabs. Good tip on that. Don't put them in a styrofoam cooler. That's right. They can climb right up the walls of a styrofoam cooler. Make sure that's plastic. Also, if you put a damp towel over top of them, make sure they can't reach down and grab the sagging towel, because when you take the towel off, all the fiddler crabs will be stuck to the towel. There are a lot of things to learn. And then lastly, the other thing I've learned that I'm going to give you guys is, originally I thought a really long fishing rod would be better to reach out and get to the fish. Not necessarily the case, at least in my experience. I'm under and around a bunch of pylons and docks, and a longer rod is very difficult to set the hook, and you can't control the fish as well. So I'm looking on getting some heavier tackle, heavier line, heavier duty rods so I can turn these fish. I've hooked some nice ones. Of course, like any fish story, you don't have any fish, you don't have nothing but a story. But I keep getting broke off around the pylons. So we're going to beef it up next trip. I got the fiddler crab catching down. Got all the tools I need. My clips, my scraper. Now we just need the sheephead. So happy 4th of July to everybody out there. Safe travels. Keep your PFD on. Watch out for all those people at the ramp. And make sure you don't get run over by any boaters. Be safe. See you next week.